possible to lose the match because of it. He's got 3 gateways. He needs to warp gates. What you need is warp gates. They're very effective, very good. Don't think that it's a waste of time. At low levels, people think it's a waste of time. They won't put out the time to get a warp gate out. Chrono boost it out of the cybernetics core. Get your warp gates out. Throw a proxy pylon somewhere over here and warp in your units. Really effective. Really quick to warp in units. If you're a Protoss player, you have to get used to playing with warp gates. That's one reason why I am not a Protoss player. I'm not a fan of it. Good mineral line defense. Very good structured. Both players playing a solid macro game here. Neither doing too much harass. I just like the expansion coming for the Red Terran. Mesmerize. We speed it up through this downtown. Oh, speed it up just in time for him to make a push. Look at this. One thing he's missing out is any mech. Mech is good. Is mech good against him? Protoss? The only thing I really like, I guess, is Hellions. Hellions do great against Zealots, especially if you micro them right. And then Marauders for the Stalkers. If you see Colossus, you might want to pump out a couple of Vikings. Ghosts are obviously really effective, as well as Ravens. You gotta use your utilities in TVP, because it's very hard to stop that 3-gate robo when they've got a lot of units. And look at this drop coming in. We have a drop on the Mistrank. Is he gonna lose any units? He lost 1 unit in that medvac, so not bad. Taking out the pylons. Here comes the blue forces. Backs up, makes a good stim. Very good stim, very good micro right there. Good play to just really head-on ram the blue forces. And what you should be doing here is focus firing. What you can do when you're in battle, people say about this all the time, that Terran is just T-click for attack, or A-click, whatever you use, and then let them go. The thing is, you can get an upper advantage if you were sitting there in a Terran battle wondering, what should I be doing right now while my units fight? What you can do, command or control click a Marine, that brings up all your Marines just like that, in easy fashion, and then right click on something like the Void Rays, and you'll take out a Void Ray in a second, or do the same for Marauders, or just grab a small portion of them, right click, 1 unit at a time, get those units out 1 at a time instead of attacking them all slowly, like at different points. Just micro like that is going to defeat your opponents much quicker than letting your units singly fire each guy. Like, look at their healths. This one's hurt a bit, this one's hurt, this one's hurt, this one's hurt. It would be much more effective to kill this one, kill this one, kill this one, and then kill this one. And it's also very hard to do that against an MM ball, because small units, very hard to do that. It's easier if the Terran has tank, if he has mech, you can do that. And it looks like Red's Force's MM ball is just too big here. One thing I want to point out, he's got the warp gates. That whole time that they were battling, over here, I'm not going to rewind it, he was not producing any more stalkers or any units out of his things, except for even the Void Rays just came up recently. Look back here, another small, sizable base, and units queued. That means while he was attacking, he queued up units in his barracks. And the best way to do this, which he has his warp gates queued and didn't do anything about it. What you want to do is hotkey your bases, hotkey your barracks, hotkey your warp gates as they're attacking. Press your hotkey and then press the hotkeys to make the units. You don't have to look away from your army, you don't have to take your focus off the army. Get used to doing things like that. That will win you matches, because when you go back to your base, you've got another sizable force. You can keep up the pressure, you can keep attacking. That is one of the big differences in low level to platinum diamond. You can win matches because of that. And we will continue watching good stims. Look, those units are going to be healed soon enough, so Stim very effective in that ball, like you all know. Just melts the stalkers, melts them. And all these cannons over here, useless. 5 cannons, he did not get anywhere near them. That was a waste. He could have had a couple cannons back here and a couple of cannons back here like he did. The rest could have been used for stalkers. He just did not pump any stalkers out. Look, 3,000 minerals resource tab. 3,000 more workers, still more workers. All this money, and he did not spend it on the resources to defend. And he knew it was coming. That's just miss macro. Macro is about building your army up, not just building up your resources and your base. You need to have an army to go with it. So a little talk going on down here. And that's what she. Oh well, there's the well played. Looks like the GG. This one, as you can see, is done. So, what to take from this game? Basically, you have to work on getting your units out, getting the, let's check the upgrades. 0 upgrades, he did not upgrade. It just looks like Blue was a much slower player when it came to macroing up. His macro game was not as good as the Terran. Upgraded twice, he expoed later, but he used the resources he had to get out the units. If Blue, after expoing quickly, had used all the money he had gained from it to build up a sizable mobile force, he would have won this game. That was the difference. Red did very good at the drops, but his force probably would not have been able to stand a Stalker, Colossus, Sentry, Zealot build that this economy could have provided. He just did not effectively use his resources. That's one key thing that people are not doing at low level, is using their resources. I can't stress that enough. So that seems like all for episode number 4 of Starcraft for Dummies. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment, rate, subscribe, do it all, and I will see you guys next time. Chino signing out.